All right. Welcome back to another round of Civilization 7. Fair warning, the internet has been quite slow the last couple of days, so I hope the stream stays stable. Last stream, last week actually, because I didn't have time last Monday, we've finished the Modern Age with Charlemagne, and with that, only a couple of leaders left that I still need to get a win in, and one of them is Lafayette. Lafayette gains a unique endeavor called Reform, which grants an additional social policy slot. Supporting this endeavor also grants the other leader an additional social policy slot. We also gain 1 combat strength for every tradition, but not social policy slotted in the government, and 1 culture and happiness per age in settlements, doubled in distant lands. Now, seeing as the last stream was quite militaristic, I don't think we'll make much use from the combat strength, or at least I hope we won't. Chance is always given that someone declares on us. But I am not planning on playing aggressive, at least militaristic aggressive. I might settle aggressive if there are good spots to settle. We'll see about that. And I thought it would be fitting to pair Lafayette with the Greek Empire. Sure, could have gone Machiavelli with the Greek Empire to immediately get a +6 influence. but I think Lafayette works with the Greek Empire as well. So what can the Greek Empire do? It gets 3 influence on the palace and 30% production towards constructing the oracle. We also gain the Acropolis, which is a unique quarter made from the Odeon and Parthenon. It gets 2 gold on the Parthenon for every city-state you're Suzerain of, and it allows us to train the Logios. We want to be Suzerain with a lot of city-state. We'll see how many we'll get. But the more we get, the more money we'll get. So that's a good thing. Speaking of the Odeon, I wanted to say, I wanted to get a good bridge over there, but it's unfortunately the Parthenon and they start with the Odeon. So that did not work the way I intended it. But the Odeon is a unique happiness building that gives us 3 happiness and a culture adjacency for quarters and wonders. The Parthenon is a culture building which gives us 3 culture. It also gives us 2 influence if it's placed on rough terrain. And also a culture adjacency for wonders and... no, just for wonders. So we want to place this... the Acropolis, the district, on rough terrain. Basically, the Parthenon dictates where we're going to place it, because it's an extra 2 influence. And remember, a lot of influence means a lot of potential to befriend city-states, means a lot of gold on the Parthenon, which would be great. We also gain a Hoplite, which is the unique infantry unit that gets 2 combat strength if adjacent to another Hoplite. We'll see how much we'll work with that one. And the Logios unique person. I hope that I will not forget to create those. I have a bad habit to forget creating unique great persons. And I hope I won't, because I'm interested in what the Logios can do. We also get Xenia, which is 50% influence towards initiating and progressing the Befriend Independent project, which is a must-have. That is a yes, I want it, preferably right now. I won't, because I still want to go for the Stele opener. But right after we've unlocked the Great Stele, that is the next civic we want to go for. Could also get Strategoy for extra army commander experience. Like I said, I'm not planning on going to war, so not really that interesting. And Symatia gives us the Delian League for more influence towards initiating endeavors, or the Peloponnesian League for more influence towards initiating sanctions. Now, given that Lafayette has a unique endeavor, the Delian League could actually be quite interesting for us today. And I have paired them with an extra social policy slot. I don't know, I kind of have the feeling that we might want a lot of those. I'm not sure if that works or not, or if the unique endeavor that Lafayette gets is enough, but I thought thematically that works. And a diplomatic attribute point. Because, like I said, if we could get to the 50% influence towards befriending independence as quickly as possible, that would be great. We're playing on Viceroy difficulty, standard speed, huge continents and islands maps with long ages and friendly independence. Also, no plague crises. I think that, like the last couple points, never really change. And with that, let's take a look where we start. And we start in the tundra. I see a gold. I see a hardwood. I'm thinking you must be placed in a navigable river, not in tundra. Well, I don't think we'll have that. I was about to say we have quite a lot of, quite some rivers, so the pyramids would be great, but alas, we're not allowed. There's grassland, so at least the tundra is not that huge. There's also what I really forgot to see, there's also silk. So all in all, I mean, that's 10% culture flat. Wine was the one that gives extra culture during a celebration, I believe. 10% production towards naval units, I don't really care if that. I'm not sure if that is worth a lot. 1 gold and happiness in all settlements. Still missing the old gold, but it's whatever. We have a lot of rough terrain. That is good. Immediately before I forget, I will immediately get the diplomatic point in for that extra culture. Now, little reminder. They get culture. The Odeon gets culture adjacency for quarters and wonders, and the Parthenon gets culture adjacency only for wonders. So, I would like a Colossus. That would be an option. We could easily go Odeon and Parthenon if we were to settle in place, which I am tempted to do so. Meaning we could go harbor into, where is it? Fishing Key, and then maybe build our empire like around here somewhere and place wonders around there. Granted, we won't get a wonder here. Which opens up the question if we want to place wonders around here and then place our unique quarter in the middle. Or if we do not care about that last one and just go for that. I'm not too sure about that yet, but I do think settling in place is good. And if I could get towards that silk as quickly as possible, I would like that too. So yeah, I think we will settle in place. We, as always, on huge maps, starts with a quadruple scout start. And see where this is going. But immediately we have 4 extra influence because of the attribute point as well. So we should make quite some influence per turn. And there's some iron that could work eventually. Where do we want to go? I'm kind of tempted to try and see if I missed a spot where the pyramids could be placed. I really doubt I have. But I mean, if we could get the pyramids in the capital, that would be awesome. So I am kind of tempted to go for a pyramid opener. And if we can't, we at least still have the monument that we can build. The brickyard though would be better for us, given that we have quite a lot of mines we could place. Then again, I'm planning to circle wonders around here, so this might not be worth much for, like, what's the word? It won't be worth much for a long time. On the other hand, we have the fishing key. We could go sailing to finish that quarter as quickly as possible. That is also something that works. 1, 2, 3. We also have access to the turtles, which gives us a culture on warehouse buildings. Which I am tempted to do. Although I would like to see if I could get the pyramids. I doubt it. But there's hope. Let's put it that way. A crowd has become captivated by a troupe of players. They deserve an audience that can fully appreciate their talents. Unfortunately, we don't have 50 gold, so we have to move on. That's a little bit of a shame. I will send you an auto-explore though. I think you will make your way up there though. Okay, but there is an extra 10% culture for me, which is lovely. And there's an independent city state, Arna. What was that? An unorthodox sect has taken up residence on this hill. They feel their practices are not welcome in the city. Show tolerance to the outcasts I could sacrifice a ton of culture for a population. I think I'd rather have the 20 food. I'm not too interested in sacrificing the population. I'd like to see where Arna is. For generations, a clan of weavers has spun fabrics prized for their warmth and strength. Now, in a rare show of respect, the head weaver offers to share their secret technique. Graciously accept. I'll decline the honor. Arna has the DK there. That looks like Arna. Humanism. The advisors are at it again. Arguing the same old tale of governments and their relative merits over too many cups of wine. Lafayette has had enough. The question is not how to keep control, but how to best preserve the dignity of each person, he says. Civil society bestows dignity, build a garden and a market for 50 happiness, and another quest. Or dignity should be claimed by the people as a right. Start a trade route for influence and a quest. Or just science. I mean, a trade route should be easy enough to take. I will take Classical Republic, that's just good. I would like more culture and gold and food. Now, it would be great if we had a... there's Akmonia. I mean, we'll take it. That's not Arna, though, I believe. But like an expansionist city-state early on would be amazing. The dilapidated winery hasn't operated in quite some time, but its cellars contain a trove of untouched jars ripe for the pillage. Claim the wine or tear down the winery. I'll take the money. If you could get an early settler out, that would also be great. Farmers have been toiling over a stony tract of land with little success. If nothing can root, maybe something can graze. We could turn it into... And I'll take the food. I'll gladly take the food. I would like to go towards the gold. I might, though, actually do the one like that and sacrifice that little spot for wonders, because completed districts, I believe, give extra culture, I think. And if I could get, like, for example, say, a brickyard and a sawpit district here, that would give me, I believe, it is culture that we get.
Greetings. I am Benjamin Franklin, doctor, scientist, writer, and full of advice, whether you will listen or not.
Now, I did say I want to play not hostile and not aggressive, but that does not mean I want to sacrifice 20 influence for a friendly greeting. Although, do I? That is... like 1.5 turns, effectively. Yeah, you know what? Sure, we make enough influence. Let's try to be friendly. But where's Anna? Seriously. You found me, how come I have not found you? Oh. Longcheng. Another city-state that might do something. Artisans have set up a commune along a busy road. Some wield hammers, others brushes. Trades pass on to them, which they will pass in turn. Hire the artisans. No, I'll take the culture. And speaking of, I do want Longcheng, because if I make it quick enough towards Longcheng, that is a settlement limit right there. I will take City Patron Goddess. And we'll immediately also go for an altar. That is extra culture. We might need to... There's Arna. We might need to... And Yamatai. Good lord. What do I want to say? We might need to purchase ourselves a brickyard or the fishing key or the harbor or whatever. to speed that up a bit. But with Yamatai now right around the corner, I will go for Yamatai first because that is potentially that's a free settler. But that is that with Agmonia. Let's go for a saw pit. No, let's go for a fishing key because with that I can get the gold now, which is an extra, well, gold and happiness, I think. Yes, in all settlements. We are a little boxed in though. I might want you to look around south a little bit more.
He was the first.
No, yeah. Unfortunately, as I thought we would, we have no space for the pyramids. That's okay. Though that's okay. That is masonry then done. I would like to go for the hanging gardens next, I believe. Seeking shade, herders have stumbled upon the long neglected tomb of a sage, its funerary slab covered with cryptic markings and swirling forms. Curiosity has turned debate over its true worth. These are geometric equations, those patterns represent divine perfection. It sure as hell does. Let's immediately re-get Xenia through Ecclesia. Let's immediately do that. Where would I want to get the great stat? Oh, you need to be placed on flat terrain. I see.
Ako si Jose Rizal. Makata. Pintor. Revolusyonaryo.
Be friendly with him as well. Now that would be flat terrain, but that would also mean I'd need at least, or do I? I mean, I guess I don't really need one building, I just need you to grow, is the thing. Builders have raised a monolith effortlessly and with few tools. These artisans back home will want to know of these novel techniques. Learn or study? Will absolutely learn. I would love to get the Great Stele down here. That would be great. But we might get another chance. Instead, I think I would like it on that flat part. Although, is that the smartest thing to do? I don't want to cluster too many wonders down there, because then I have nowhere to build. I could... Hang on. I do want a saw pit here, right? Yes. I could place the saw pit, then get this, and now I can place the Great Stele here. I think that is worth more. I will take the gemstones, because that is more production, and a diplomatic attribute point. That's 50%. We need 4 more turns. I do not want to wait that. I want Yamatai as quickly as possible. The limits of faith. The messages of the city patron goddess cult spreads with the hunger of a devouring fire. But is it the cleansing flame of purification or the inferno of persecution? Division stirs about the form of faith should take. What do those in the city patron goddess cult say about those who do not believe? People should worship as they like? Or the city patron goddess cult demands strict obedience? Yes, please. Everything that gives me culture.
The administration
Let's swap out that for Xenia, and suddenly we need 85. Immediately we go for Longcheng. With the mastery of Ecclesia, we could get 2 culture for active endeavors, sanctions, and projects you started or supported. With the Agogi, we get the Parthenon and Stratajoy. And the mastery hoplites gain 1 cornerstone for each city state with Susan off. Simachia gives us 2 culture for each city state with Susan off and a settlement limit. And its mastery, well, yeah. I think though I do want to go for Agogi. I want my unique quarter as quickly as possible. Ooh, there's another city state. Who are you? Yeah, but we are boxed in. Raiders have repeatedly plagued a remote market town. A few townfolk think they can rebuild it again, but most agree they would feel safe in the city. Welcome the merchants or send soldiers after the raiders. I think we'll welcome the merchants. And Moche. There's also one right there which I want to see again. Although you might be able to get down there quicker. Although not necessarily quicker, but it's worth more. I will take the production towards wonders. I will get the golden settlement. Just a smidge more gold. But yeah, I am crazily boxed in. I mean, I could, like I said, I could go for an aggressive forward settle. And that is probably something I want to do eventually. Plus, if I could get a settler before I would hopefully get the settler from Yamatai, if that's still up for grabs, that would be great. I might want to settle down there, though. Like, I see a solid settlement. Maybe like here? That seems like a good settlement. A mining operation has stumbled across a trove of unusually strong crystals. They do not scratch or melt, their practical value remains undetermined. Appraise the minerals, we'd sacrifice science for 1 turn for 100. Yes, please. That is absolutely doable. Give me a settler. It's also a migrant we can immediately use to give ourselves a little bit more production. And we now have enough to befriend more city-states. Now, I think I'll settle this one first, which is a good thing that I started to befriend Retinue, because I'm not too sure how Retinue would like me with that settle. But that's also, he would probably not like that settle. That's the problem. Okay, there is Longcheng, who gives me a hoplite, which I'll gladly take. Although Moche and Anna would also be good for just happiness flat. Meaning I think I might want to go for those now as well. Okay, that's a scientific city-state. That is how... I mean, okay, granted, I already have one, but
If you think
that is still rather fast. There's Mesa Verde. I would like to have just flat more production. That would be great. I think I want Simachia now. Next, let's do a little settle here.
so. Here we meet. And I gotta ask myself, you gonna be my friend or my foe?
It's up to me, I always be your friend. But most of the time you attack me. So there's that. But what I immediately see again, we are pretty much in the middle of the continent. Yeah, okay, the free settler's still there. The settlement limit is gone. Which is unfortunate, but also weird. I would have guessed that the free settler is the thing that the AI prefers the most. Ooh.
May the might of the Lord cause no enemy to resist me, no enemy to follow me.
There's a great stele. And I think I do want to befriend you next. I have started on Retinue. I finished on Longcheng. I've started on Moche. I don't think I've started on Arna. Nope. And I don't think I've started on Khotan. But that's okay. Let's go towards currency next, please. What is the price? 500. We don't have another. Well, we cannot even build the Hanging Gardens. Must be placed adjacent to a river. And that's not possible. Why? Let's get... Ooh, the settlement limit here is also gone. Interesting. Actually, I think I might want you to take a look. So both settlement limits are effectively gone. We could do another quick settle around here. Ah, but you don't have access to the sea. But you will eventually be a good base to connect this settlement. So, I think it's still good. Oh my, yeah, I do see that the stream's currently not good. My lord, does the stream not work right now. Like, we are far behind. Like, when I realized how far we're behind, the stream apparently was still at me talking to Harriet Tubman. Yeah, and I don't see a way that... When did that start? That's not good. No, is it still going? Okay, so I currently have no idea how to fix that other than to hope that it will fix itself eventually. Oh yeah, we have dropped a heck of a lot of frames. Yeah, I think we're like, oh good lord, this is not working out.